Hello, my name is Lloyd Ayers. I'm Fire Commissioner for the City of Philadelphia, and I'd like to welcome you to Freedom from Fire. Here at Freedom from Fire, we share with our audience all types of information from leaders here in the region and very important people that service you in the Delaware Valley, sometimes behind the scenes, but often up front and personal, and making sure that you get all of the information that you need so that you can stay free from fire. Freedom from Fire is our overarching program, which contains so many other programs here in the city of Philadelphia. I have some excellent guests here for you today. I'd like to introduce them to you in just a moment, but first I'd like to talk about what Freedom from Fire is all about. We talk about each and every family, each and every person being able to sit on the seat of safety. And that seat of safety has 4 very important legs to it. And the first one is smoke alarms, making sure that you have 10-year lithium-powered smoke alarms in your home, 1 on every level. And you want to make sure that you test those smoke alarms weekly so that you and your family can be safe just in case something breaks out in your environment. That second leg of the stool, of course, is none other than sitting down with your family and practicing a home escape plan. You draw up that home escape plan, you make sure that each and every person knows what they should do just in case a fire breaks out or something else happens in your home where you need to get out of the home right away. So you need to practice that and make sure that everyone knows what the plan is. That third seat of safety is the most important one that we believe, and that is the home fire safety checklist. That home fire safety checklist has about 30 individual items in about 6 different areas where you can do a self-assessment of your family, your home, make sure that you have all of the things checked off yes that are important, that will get the hazard out of the way and prevent the fire from happening in the beginning. So that home fire safety checklist, you go down the list. You may have something about heating. You may have something on candles. You may have something on electricity that you'll have to pay close attention to in order to take it out of your home as a hazard. Sometimes they're just behavioral things like smoking. Take it outside. That way you can be assured that you won't drop a hot ash someplace that could start a fire and cause havoc in your home. And that last leg is, of course, our fire safety pledge. And you'll hear a little bit more about that later. You take that pledge to say that you care for your family and that you'll do all of these things that we have for you. Those firefighters, our firefighters that come out into the community, we have our fire safety representatives. They give you great information, but it doesn't mean a thing unless you take an action and make sure that you do the things that's necessary to keep you and your family safe. So right now, I'd like to introduce a very important person, my first guest tonight, and he's more than a guest. He's also my friend, and he's your friend as well. And that is Mr. Ed McBride from PECO. And now I must say that Ed McBride with PECO is actually in charge of local government affairs, correct?
That's correct, Commissioner.
Okay, so
yes.
That's a promotion. They looked at the wonderful things you were doing in the community, and that's a fact because somebody made that decision.
You're a nice guy for saying that. Thank you.
They moved you up to where you take care of local government affairs and continue to keep service to the citizens, making sure that they get the service that they need. And we saw that with Sandy, how important it is that PECO in the community did a big job getting people back in service with electricity for their homes. We saw how important it was, and we've always known how important it was, but we got a chance to see it up front, close, and personal. So welcome.
Thank you, Commissioner. Thanks very much. In order to do that job that you just mentioned, I have 6 very energetic, dynamic folks in each county. There's a person in each county and 2 in Philadelphia, and they work hard to make sure that the relationships between boroughs, municipalities, and other governments are where they should be. We want to keep good relations. And you mentioned Sandy. It was the biggest storm in our history, 850,000 customers in our territory without electric. And I want to say right now, I wasn't planning to bring Sandy up, but I want to say right now how much we depended on first responders to get our job done. There was a number of trees that came down, bringing wires down, and without the first responders out there, we couldn't have gotten the job done as safely as we did. So we want to thank you and any of the firefighters and first responders in the listening area. It was a great job.
Well, I will tell you, we work not just here in Philadelphia, but with the firefighters in all of the counties in this area.
Yep.
And they are great. They service their communities well. They do a great job.
Yes, they do.
Just talk about how important that relationship is between the Philadelphia Fire Department and PECO.
Well, I'll tell you, I looked at it. I look at it from two angles. We have a very dangerous job that we do day in and day out, working with electric, as do the fire department, paramedics, so on the very dangerous part of our job, I like to relate the story that one of our guys was involved in a flash accident years ago. The cable underground went loose. He was in a 10 by 10 spot, got burned very badly. But when the cable burst, he was thrown back, and he said, "Ed, it seemed like 3 seconds. I looked up from the manhole, and there's a firefighter looking down at me." He said they were there that fast, and he did suffer some second-degree burns, but he really knew the value of our relationship. And on the other hand, when we go out to a fire field, when we get a call from the fire department to go out to a fire field, we have to de-energize these power lines so that your folks can do what they're there to do, and that's protect people and get the fires out. And so we have a good working relationship, and we need to understand each other's critical jobs. But there's another part to this. I think that we have a company that can help get the message out and support the fire department. And as you know, we worked on the Dump the Dorm program.
Absolutely.
We used our tower lights to get the word out on that. We've been out on a couple installation of smoke detectors in neighborhoods where our employees got together on a Saturday, joined with the firefighters, and we went out and put smoke detectors in the community. We use our documents, our newspapers and internal documents to get the word out about your new lithium smoke detectors.
Yes.
And also a jewel in our city, the Fireman's Hall Museum. We work on the Fireman's Hall Museum shoulder to shoulder with you and your folks, and we're proud to do it. So there's a nice relationship over there to help get the word out as well as protecting the citizens.
Absolutely, and that great work that PECO, yourself, and all of those representatives get to do, that was one of the main reasons that I had to change it and open it up, that you're just not our partner.
Thank you.
You're our friend.
Thank you.
And we appreciate it.
Thanks
now,
so much.
you've also helped with training firefighters, and let's talk about that. PECO, to have a corporate come in and train, training that would cost hundreds of thousands of dollars, and we work together and get that done.
Yes, there's two ways we do this. We have a nationally renowned fire academy in Conshohocken, Pennsylvania, where we bring firefighters, first responders from the 4 suburban counties, bring them in and teach them how to handle a fire, teach them fire safety, fire prevention, but also how to deal with a live fire in various instances, how to handle or how to address a situation of a down wire. You never want to go near it.
Absolutely.
You need to treat everything as it's energized, and we teach folks how to work in those circumstances. And then we've been up to your fire academy on State Road, where the Philadelphia Fire Department trains their firefighters, and we've shared up there electrical safety around high voltage. Our wires are not like a house. Our voltages are thousands of volts. It could be on any given block 4,000 volts, walk down the aerial lines, all the way up to 13,000 volts. So we try to teach the firefighters what to do if you come up on a down wire, and it's been a great relationship. We're proud to do it.
Well, many times we find ourselves in fire situations, auto accidents, things like that, where we have the potential to come into contact with PECO lines. And how important is it for our firefighters and for citizens to understand what it means to be very versed in what electricity can do and the importance of electrical safety?
Well, Commissioner, it's a life and death situation. You treat every wire that you see on the ground as if it's energized. And if it's energized laying on the ground, you could be talking about thousands of volts. So people could get maimed or worse yet killed. So we have to have the respect for electrical current, and you treat it as though it's energized all the time.
Now, our homeowners, they have the opportunity to get electrical safety training, and I've seen it in brochures, things that we've given to our homeowners and PECO bills and things like that, but also on the road, going out to different community meetings, making sure that you have tables and information in different places. So how important is it for that homeowner to learn electrical safety?
Well, I think this is the time of the year. It couldn't be more appropriate to talk about electrical safety. You've done, over the years, you've done a press conference where you've talked to the public about electrical safety around the holidays.
Yes.
You've brought out holiday lights, ornaments, different things, and you've shown people publicly, this is what you have to look for: frayed wires, cracked wires.
Yes.
You don't want to have what we used to call the octopus outlet.
Yes.
When I was in school. You have to have cords that are designed for the load. This is the right time to pay attention to electrical safety, and there's plenty of websites to go on and learn about that. You know, it couldn't be more critical. And much like you used to suggest changing the batteries in smoke detectors twice a year, this is the time when everybody should take stock of their appliances at home. Not just the ornaments for the holiday, but look at all the appliances, because you forget how long you've had them. Make sure the wires are not frayed, that the plugs aren't loose. And all these things can be potentially dangerous and tragic in the house if they fail. So now's the right time to brush up on your fire safety.
That's excellent information, and it's very important because here in the city of Philadelphia, fires due to electrical causes is our #1. Nationally, it's cooking, but here in Philadelphia, we've helped to solve some of the cooking issues, some of the smoking issues when it was #1 cause. So we stop and we look electrical causes causing the most fires and fire deaths. So people should be very conscious of that fire safety in their homes.
Well, and I think one of the things I've learned from you recently is that in my own life, always to have a fire plan. If you have no fire plan, you're planning for failure, and that failure is tragic. So
well, the more we take care of those things in our home, the better off we'll be, the more safe we'll be.
Absolutely, I'm with you.
That's for sure.
I agree.
Now, one of the things that I thought would be very interesting to share with the audience is how important it is, not just for you to practice safety in your home and for all of your family, but also for your friends and your neighbors when they come into your home or when you go into their home, to make sure that they practice fire safety. Now, I know that you had a little incident you might want to share with our listeners.
Commissioner, I'm glad you brought this up. I count myself as somebody that's very sensitive to fire safety and making fire prevention, making sure the house is safe. And this Thanksgiving weekend, we had people over for the holiday, and someone took a candle that was in the living room and put it into one of the powder rooms and didn't tell us. And I went around at the end of the night, put all the candles out that I knew of, never went downstairs to this powder room. My wife opened it the next morning and smoke billowed out. The room was black. It was the walls were white formerly. The room was black. Now, I don't know that it was going to start a fire. Something was going on in there, and I know it scared the daylights out of my wife. she said, Ed, that we could have had a fire last night, and we didn't know it, you know. And I'm one that I nagger about candles, but this was a scary experience, and it's holidays. It's when you do things that you're not always doing year in and year, or day in and day out. And that's how I believe this happened. We don't normally have candles lit in our house, and we had people over there. So it was very sobering. It brings home a lot of what you and I talk about on a regular basis.
Absolutely. And when I heard you relay the story, it was just unthinkable. You know, it's like, how could something like that happen? And you get a closed powder room and everything, so you don't have the opportunity for your smoke alarm to go off. It's all separate and everything. And then to open the door and still have all of that smoke blow out. I can't imagine how your wife felt,
Yeah,
but I am so happy that the end of that story is that you have to be careful, and somebody will actually learn something.
Well, we actually found out who did it, talked to them nicely about it. You know, they knew they were afraid when they heard what happened. So fortunately, all I'm going to do is scrub soot off the walls, and no one got injured, and there was no fire. So we were very lucky.
Well, that's a great note, and I want to thank you so much. This is Mr. Ed McBride from PECO. He has a very good job, and he has the job of being that person who relates to local government all over the area.
That's right.
So congratulations on your promotion, and thanks for
Commissioner.
coming out and sharing.
It was my pleasure.
Okay, we're going to take a little break, and we'll be back in just a moment to Freedom from Fire. Commissioner Lloyd Ayers with the Philadelphia Fire Department, and I'm joined by Mr. Cal Rudman, philanthropist and president of the Cal and Lucille Rudman Foundation, also honorary fire commissioner of the Philadelphia Fire Department. Together with Drexel University's Antoinette Westphal College of Media Arts and Design, we are able to present to you the Philadelphia Fire Safety App. This app can be accessed through your desktop or laptop computer, but what's really convenient is you can get it on your smartphone. This app is loaded with useful information covering a vast array of subjects relevant to you and anyone who has ever had a question about the Philadelphia Fire Department or emergency services they can provide. Let me tell you about some of the features on the app. There's a fire safety checklist, a list of over 25 questions that help you check to see if your home or apartment is safe. There's an emergency preparedness section dealing with tornadoes, hurricanes, terrorism, and even earthquakes. There's a dorm safety section. This gives you general information about safe dorm living and what you should be thinking about should the fire alarm sound in your building. There's a section about the emergency services that the fire department provides, along with EMS and CPR tips, and a very handy hospital locator. The Red Cross entry can give you immediate, on-the-spot, step-by-step treatments for common first aid emergencies. And don't think our information app doesn't consider every member of the family. There's even an entry for and about your pets. Today, I'm just giving you a snippet of what you will find with our new fire safety app. What I really enjoy telling you is it's all free. Cal, you've been pretty patient. What would you like to tell our friends?
Hey, fire safety app, stay alive with that.
That's right, Cal. To get the new fire safety app, go to freedomfromfire.com/FSapp. Again, that's freedomfromfire.com/FSapp. And oh yeah, did I tell you it's free?
Well, I heard that.
Welcome back to Freedom from Fire. I'm Fire Commissioner Lloyd Ayers with the Philadelphia Fire Department. And with me, I have a very important person, one of the many important people around the city of Philadelphia that has taken on a challenge to keep their community safe after they took on a challenge to make sure that they were safe in their own homes and that their families were safe. And that is the fire safety representatives that collectively work hard around this community to connect with the Philadelphia Fire Department and make sure that they have an opportunity to keep people safe. So it's excellent. And Mr. Leon Fleetwood.
Sir, how you doing today?
30 years with the city of Philadelphia.
Yes, sir.
20 years with the military.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and doing a great job out there, deacon with your church.
Yes, sir.
All right, well, we say thank you so much. And that's with the Freedom Christian Bible Fellowship Church.
Yes.
All right, well, thank you for being who you are, first of all, and more importantly, thank you for taking on the challenge
My
of
pleasure.
becoming a fire safety representative.
My pleasure.
Now, I'd like to ask you, what are your challenges as a fire safety representative?
Well, it's really not a challenge. It's, I guess when you knock on the doors, people are kind of reluctant to really hear you out for the fire smoke, for the smoke detectors. Mm-hmm. And then when you tell them it's free, then they're actually willing to talk to you. Okay. That's the only drawback.
Well, one of the things that we've found is we talk to folks and say, this is what you need to do to keep your home safe. Right. And then we go through the conversation about if you can't afford them, then we'll put them up.
Exactly.
And some people say they can't afford them, but you know, we don't pass judgment.
Right.
We make sure that they're safe.
Yes, sir.
Because their life is most important.
Yes.
But a lot of the times we'll find that people will make sure that they get those smoke alarms, put them up, and now we have a new law where you have to have the 10-year lithium battery-powered smoke alarms so that you don't have to worry about it for 10 years.
That's great.
You put them up, you check them, test them once a week, that's fine, and you make sure that they're working properly, and you don't have to worry about changing that battery twice a year, because we used to change the batteries when we fall behind, right?
Right.
And spring ahead. So
yes.
we would use that clock time, the clock, to make sure that we got that done. Now, we don't have to worry so much about those smoke alarms. What do the community say about that?
Well, they say, well, we just had it changed. But I say, well, now everything changes. So now here it is. You don't have to, like you say, you don't have to worry about the batteries. Every 10 years, we'll be coming back, knock on your door again.
Yeah, that's good. Speaking of time, how long have you been with us?
Approximately 2 years.
2 years?
Yes, sir.
That's a lot of work in 2 years, talking to the community, making sure that they understand, so they know you in the area pretty much now.
Oh, yeah, and I'm actually branching out.
All right, what made you step up and volunteer with the Philadelphia Fire Department?
I live in a cul-de-sac, and on one of the outlying streets, a house caught on fire. And I'm looking at it, and it's like, kind of close to where I'm living at. So I figure if I start the fire safety in there and just start branching out, everybody becomes safe. Next door neighbors, the next block, and so on.
How important is that? Do they get it and understand how important it is as far as houses that are close to one another, or more importantly, the houses that are built, our row homes, which Philadelphia is famous for their row homes?
Yes, and then because you have the trees in the backyards, everything can catch fire and spread to the next block. So we try to prevent that and tell people, keep the trees pruned, don't keep a lot of trash, so that we can just maintain the community.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, Mr. Fleetwood, that's good stuff.
Thank you.
It's very important. Sometimes people get lost in just the everyday life.
Yes.
And when we work together, we have the opportunity to just understand that community is better. It's better to watch your back, you watch my back, right? That's a good thing. Now, what area do you serve?
I'm in the lower northeast, like the Wissinoming area.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay, very familiar.
Okay.
Well, that's excellent. Well, I'm going to ask you to help me out. We have our pledge. We talk to our citizens about our four-legged stool, the seat of safety, SOS, right? Seat of safety. And what we do, and that's smoke alarms, home escape planning, making sure you have your home fire safety checklist, and then lastly, the pledge. So the pledge is important. Now, have you
Yes.
been able to get folks to take the pledge?
No.
No?
No.
Well,
They say-
that's
they-
being honest. That's being
they
honest.
say we're going to take care of it, but pledge no.
Yeah, well, I tell you, we were going to keep on having folks take the pledge. And right now, as a matter of fact, I'm going to ask you to help me.
All right.
So all of those folks that's watching, you finally got them to take the pledge.
Yes, yes.
Okay? So first, we're going to raise our right hands. And we're going to say, I love my family, and I am responsible for their safety. Therefore, I pledge. I pledge to have at least one working smoke alarm on each level of my home. I pledge to test the battery once each week and replace it or the smoke alarm as needed. I pledge that every family member will sleep with their bedroom door closed. I pledge to develop and practice a home escape plan. I pledge that if I cannot afford a smoke alarm, I will contact the smoke alarm hotline by calling 311. All this I solemnly pledge. Well, I just want to say thank you very much.
Thank you,
We
Commissioner.
really appreciate that. And stay the course.
Yes.
Well, thank you today for being a part of this Freedom from Fire episode where we met two very interesting people. We had Ed McBride and, of course, Mr. Fleetwood. So God bless, stay safe, freedom from fire.